When I moved from the old city where I lived there, CTR, the entire idea of me as a filmmaker changed massively and for the better. Let's talk about CTR that I have stayed for in a while now. I enjoyed and cherished the moments there for some time at this moment. I loved playing all the games there. There were simulation games and other fun stuff. I was joyous playing those games in that city. Those are the memories I wish to stay forever. As a filmmaker, I really enjoyed filming in that city. It taught me a lot of things as I started out my career seriously. I had nothing before that. This city is the reason my community is here with me. The memories we made are very unforgettable. It became the core of my life during the lockdown around half a decade ago. Like many things in life, things that will come up will eventually come down. This also includes my beloved city. For starters, the city banned a celebrity famous for catching evil people. I was shocked to know that this place banned someone totally innocent. At the same time, communities here began to protest and boycott the city. This tore down the reputation of City R as a safe place for people to interact. And we're going to call the celebrity who got banned is Mr. S. Sometime later, even more pitfalls began to appear quickly, like really quickly. The world governments have issued warnings about the safety of CTR, questioning whether it truly protects its citizens. Headlines began to spread everywhere, painting the city as a troubled place where trust was fading. Politicians stepped in, demanding reforms, while lawsuits piled up against the city's leaders. The community that once felt joyous now felt betrayed, and the reputation of CTR collapsed faster than anyone could ever imagine. What was once my beloved city of creativity and fun had turned into a place of controversy and scrutiny. And that was the moment I knew it was time for me to move on. Before I even had a valid reason to leave, I realized something. The work I was doing didn't make me happy anymore. When I say that, I really meant it. Everything went bad when I put my best. As a result, I got bad results. I felt like the city betrayed me despite me doing my best. And the city is mostly filled with children. I meant to say that because I thought my content is suitable for everyone, but mostly kids turned to my channel that had no deep connection with me. On some work, I got fast results, but it also fell quickly. I constantly had to do a lot of work on a given time, and I didn't even get my optimum target audience. I constantly felt burnout and losing motivation. I had to stay in a circle that I did not enjoy. If I want to say this in another terms, it is basically like making a 5-star food to kindergarten students. They expect something fast like nuggets and fries, not my so-called masterpiece. If there are a lot of bad things here, why did I proceed it? Well, I stayed with CTR for some time, and I had plenty of experience in it. It became my home and a place for me to thrive. This city is free to enter without ever having to spend money on it. Plus, I also met new friends there, and they stay loyal with me, even today. I wish things are peaceful like this today, but what I imagine is not a true story. Before I moved to CTM, I asked my friends who are there that if they can let me move there. They agreed and I moved there, even though I have to pay some amount of money for it. This is a sacrifice for my career and for my future. Even when it feels rough and emotional having to do so, I must move on. Just like in real life, you cannot run away from bad situations. You should embrace it. And that's what I did. I even had an mission to visit or even stay at CDI where I can do IRL videos there, in real life videos. When I finally arrived at CTM, everything felt different. The streets were wider, the opportunities are brighter, and the people are more diverse. As a filmmaker, I felt like I had stepped into a place where my creativity could breathe freely. Unlike CTR, where I was stuck in a cycle of burnout and chasing results that never truly satisfied me, CTM gave me the freedom to experiment, to build, and to tell stories the way I always dreamed of. The possibilities here are endless, and every corner of the city feels like a new set waiting to be filmed. I can collaborate with others, create masterpieces that reach the right audience, and most importantly, enjoy the process without feeling betrayed by the platform itself. CTM is not perfect, of course, but it feels alive in a way that CTR no longer does. It is a place where I can grow, where my work is valued, and where my future feels secure. Moving here was not just a change of scenery, it was a turning point in my journey as a creator. And with CDI also open to me, I know I can expand even further, bridging the digital and real worlds. This is the new chapter of my story, and I am ready to embrace it. And before I end this, here's a few things for you to always remember forever. We must embrace all the possibilities that will happen. When I first saw the tragedy that happened in CTR, I felt that it was just a minor incident or some sort. The reality turned out to be much worse. I meant much, much worse. My initial dream collapsed, which was to be a celebrity representing CTR in this world. I also wanted to meet celebrities who are also representing that city and become one of them. The reality I imagined turned out to be very different. Second, we must accept that reality is not the same as imagination. I felt that real hard. My dreams were crushed and I refused to accept it at first. But I had to move on. I know that it is very hard and challenging to do so, but that's the only way to accept and not grieve it too hard. Lastly, you should expect turns and whatnot in your journey about success. Even my dream for a few months ago turned out to be something which is not true. You shouldn't think that journey is straight and success is very easy. When you see successful people, you keep seeing their successes and not their struggles. I felt that really hard too. In reality, we must accept anything that will come in our way. That's all from me. Thank you for listening into this story. Comment, like, and subscribe for more.